guys, so in episode 1 we left off halfway through Horror from the Deep, and here we are now just about to go into the boss room and finish the quest. So with the low prayer and low defense, a lot of people might think this is actually a really hard boss or almost impossible, but it really isn't. There's just a few little tactics you need to know to make it really easy for yourself. So first of all, you want to make sure your run energy is full before you go in the room, and you want to set your strongest spell to auto attack on your staff. So once you're down the ladder, talk to Josic and he should tell you that there's Dagonoths lurking around. One will pop out the water. Now once you can, quickly step around like east of Josic, like what I'm doing now, and it should get caught. Now if it doesn't, you've got full run energy and you can just run and attack this baby Dagonoth. It's really simple, you don't take any damage, or if you do it correctly like me, it'll just get stuck here and you can safely mage it until it's dead. After that, talk to Josic again and Big Bessie will appear from the depths. Here she is. Once you can, just run northeast behind the little spike, the middle one, this one here. Now just let it come over to you. Probably take auto retaliate off just to stop running out and taking damage. Eat to full HP, and then you want to attack with the corresponding elemental spell. So blue is water, brown is earth, white is air, and red is fire. Okay, so that must be the blue color. Okay, yeah, it does. It says down in the chat box there. So if it does turn orange like it has now, or green, that's melee and range. I wouldn't recommend bringing these at such a low level. Yeah, just wait for it to turn the appropriate colors for the spells, and step out, attack, and step back quickly. If you're doing this correctly, you should only take one hit per attack, and it generally won't hit too much. So you can just, once your health starts getting low and you step back, just eat up to where you feel comfortable, and then repeat the process. Oh my god! Wow. That's great. I've probably just lost all those runes as well. That was an instance, so yeah, that's good. Alright guys, so we're back for the second attempt. Let's get down the ladder. Oh, cool. That's strange. All my stuff is here. It's definitely an instance, but I guess I got a bit lucky there. Talk to Josic again. If you died like me, and it should make him reappear. There she is. So I'm going to go loot my stuff back, and hopefully we don't die again. Okay, next hit should kill it. Now let's just make sure we don't die again first actually. Top up HP, and this should be the killing blow. There we go. Quest done. Let's go get our damage book. There it is, the beautiful little red book. We're starting to look a bit more respectable now. We're starting to really look like a 1 defense pure there. Look at that. It's our second key pure item, giving us a little bit of prayer bonus. Once it's filled, it will give +A in all attack stats. Now let's begin the grind to Myth gloves. Let's go. Okay, so before we start the questing, I want to show you guys what I think is the best way to knock out the massive list of quest requirements and skill requirements for Myth gloves. You want to start at home in Lumbridge and do the cook's assistant. Straight up north, Demon Slayer. 2 really easy quests, and just slightly west of that you've got Gertrude's Cat. Another good reason to get Gertrude's Cat done early is you'll get the chance to grow your cat up, and that makes a massive difference when you're actually doing Recipe for Disaster. If you're doing that quest with a kitten, you could be there for a really long time. I really recommend you make your life easier and do it nice and early. After that, you want to go just northwest to the Goblin Village and start Goblin Diplomacy. Once you've knocked that out, straight across here to the fishing contest, which is another 2 really easy quests. South from there to East Ardoin for Plague City. Now the 2 good things about this quest is you unlock the teleport to Ardoin, which makes getting there a lot faster, and it also gives you a nice little bit of mining XP, which you need for a quest later on in Falador. So just south of there, you've got the fight arena. Now the reason why we do Fight Arena, it isn't a Mithril Glove requirement, but it does unlock one of the bosses for Nightmare Zone, which is some of the best strength XP in the game for a 1 defense pure. And it also gives a nice chunk of attack XP as well, so it's definitely worth doing while you're in the area. After that, south to Feldip Hills, and you'll knock out Big Chompy Bird Hunting. Now after you've done that, back to Falador. Now the quest here is the Knight's Sword. It's a really fast quest and it gives a huge amount of smithing XP. It'll boost you straight up to 29, which will help you out heaps when you have a 20 smithing requirement here in the desert. Once you're in the desert, you've got 4 quests to do, 2 of which are for Mithril Gloves, 1 is for Desert Treasure, and 1 is going to give us a big chunk of XP. Now if you just want to get Mithril Gloves as fast as you can just do those 2 quests, but I would recommend you do all 4 while you're here. So the first one is going to be the Tourist Trap, which starts right here. Now this quest, once you've finished it, will give 2 4.3k XP lamps that you can use in one of 4 skills each. So those skills are Agility, Fletching, Thieving and Smithing. You can use them how you want. I personally will put 1 lamp in Agility and 1 lamp in Thieving. Now once you've done that, you want to go all the way down here. Now I know this looks strange, but the reason why is because of this quest here. Icthlerin's Little Helper will unlock access to this city. It'll give you access to Pyramid Plunder, which is the fastest thieving XP in the game, and it's what we're going to use to get 53 for Desert Treasure. But once you finish the quest, it gives you a massive chunk of thieving XP. Now depending what you've used your lamps in, along with this XP, it may get you close to 25, it may not. If you need to bridge the gap to 25, go do so on whatever the fastest XP will be for you. But once you have 25 thieving, you can then come back up through here, all the way to the Oozer, and start the Golem. Now that's a really simple quest, and once you've finished it, back up to Alcarid for Shadow of the Storm, which starts just here. So once you've knocked out all those quests, you can begin your grind to Myth Gloves. Remember to buy everything you need for all these quests before you set off to do them. It'll save yourself a lot of time so you don't have to keep running back to Varrock to buy things. So I'm going to head off, knock these quests out, and I might check in with you guys at the Fight Arena just to give you a couple of tips on safe spotting the bosses. Here we are guys at the Fight Arena. It's only been like 45 to 50 minutes of questing so far to get to this point. It just proves if you are prepared you can get through this stuff really quickly. I'm just going to give you guys a couple of tips on how you can safe spot the 2 bosses on this quest. So this guy here, they're going to release him from the cage, and you just need to run just over here behind this little stick fortress thing. You can't avoid that first hit that he does, but he isn't a high level 44, so don't stress too much, and just mage him from here until he's dead. Now the next boss is the Bouncer. It's basically just like a Hellhound on steroids. You're already in your safe spot, so you won't take any damage. You will just need to like step aside to pull him over, and then once he's coming, just quickly hop back into your safe spot and repeat as before. So really simple guys. Now this quest guide does say that you have another boss after this, which is the guy in the corner there, but you can actually just run away and not fight him. So there's really no point in fighting him unless you desperately want the combat XP, but you can just leave the fight and go and finish the quest, which is what I'm going to do. So we're here in Falador just finishing off the Knight's Sword. You may notice I no longer have a cat following me. I went AFK in the Feldip Hills area and got savagely mauled by a pack of wolves, and the cat died along with me. So I'm going to have to go get another cat, which kind of sucks, but I should have enough time to let it grow up before we do the recipe for disaster. But there's the Knight's Sword done. Massive chunk of smithing XP, like I was saying, from 1 to 29. So that's really helpful for anyone that's just starting off, but now we're ready to head to the desert. Why am I not killing it? Why isn't it dying? Did get a nice little HP level though. Silverlight, Darklight. That'd be why, of course. So now if I could just get the killing hit before it kills me, that'd be great. No? Okay. No worries. And there it is. Cool. So that is Shadow of the Storm done, and that's the last of our little desert quest series. Not sure what I'm going to put this XP reward in. I might go range. I'll just have a look. But anyway, guys, all up, this has been like 4.5 hours worth of questing all up, and like I have made a few little mistakes. Sweet, 10k ranged XP. That'll give us a few levels as well. 45 ranged, cool. So, like I said, I did die a few times. I've been through like 2 cats. This is my 3rd cat. It's just stupid deaths. One was AFK, one was like just I came a bit unprepared into the pyramids in one of the other desert quests. Unfortunately, I was live streaming at the time, so I wasn't recording and I didn't get the death on video. It was quite funny. But hopefully this cat grows up in time for when we do Recipe for Disaster. But I will wrap this episode up here, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.
I want to get hyper. Get hyper.